moi aussi avec quelque chose sur ma route.
Ouais, bon. Oh, pio pio, hein.
Mais tu avances des absurdes.
Du quoi? Quoi? Pourri quoi?
Bien que tu... Erreur.
Bon, ça pourquoi aussi le point très élevé, ce con.
Et du coup,
Oh, et toi t'es un... Bon. Toi t'es un vilain petit trou de balle. Bon, ça je savais pas que c'était avec Epic Games. Ah, c'est à cause du système d'exploitation... le système graphique. Oh putain. Il est temps que t'accouches, hein. Sera plus calme. Mais ma fille, elle a des raisons. Tu as joué aux Sims?
je dois pas.
Tu as joué aux Sims? Ah oui, la qualité graphique a effectivement augmenté maintenant que j'ai augmenté la qualité graphique. Ça fait sens. Qu'est-ce qui t'arrive? Bah le temps passe vite quand on s'amuse, hein. Je peux plus. Madame, moi j'ai. Bon, le premier cas de Hunties est fait. Oh putain, fais gaffe, hein, parce qu'elle est pas encore fin septembre là. Hein.
The line twixt love and hate is thin and easily crossed, especially between brothers.
None are better placed to wound than your own blood. That was something.
Don't take it to heart. Their choices are not your business.
Our choices are my business. And their consequences too.
Our love story shall have a better ending. I shall be as I was before, as if I'd never gone away.
Aye. I hear you.
Good. Now, let's see what Lammy Haskell has to say about raising
Bah,
spirits
disons que
from the
du coup, le
dead.
nôtre, il désirait, il sera meilleure santé parce qu'il sera un peu plus gros. Et il aura passé plus de temps en maturité dans ton bidou. Je me rappelle que si elle était, si t'avais accouché beaucoup trop tôt en septembre, il y avait ses poumons qui auraient pas été entièrement développés. Donc c'est quand même une bonne nouvelle.
Governor.
May I help you, Mr. McCraith?
Crève.
I have to admit, this is an unusual case.
Yes, yes, but have you solved it?
I believe so. But the culprit was not responsible for the plague. At least not directly.
Have you found the witch or have you not?
Someone here has been dabbling in some dark magic. I have the name.
So, what are you waiting for?
Don't you want to hear the name?
I do not need to. The principle is what matters.
Not exactly. The name is Lamentation Haskell.
No, it can't be. My son is studious. Curious, too curious at times perhaps, but he does not have a bad bone in his heart.
He showed Caleb Watson a ritual. The cobbler used it and became possessed.
Even if true, it would only mean my son was exposed to corruption. It happened before. Bring me proof, Banisher. Find the
Give me
real
proof,
source
Banisher.
of evil.
I'll get it. Mark me.
Please be the proof.
I must find your son, Governor. Sooner rather than later.
His interests take him hither and thither. If he isn't here, he must be working on the outskirts. He's been sprucing up one of the abandoned houses there. I ordered them emptied when the sickness hit. Yeah, take the gate key. Go there. See for yourself. You're wrong about him. You're wrong about my son. Needless to say that I count, of course, on your discretion.
He was quick to condemn till it was his own son. On the block. Who's he really protecting?
We'll bring him the proof he wants. If the boy is guilty, his father may not be able to protect him.
Examinons la maison hantée.
Hell's balls. What happened here?
Something's emanating from under there.
No wonder this place is off limits.
Ok, c'est très gros ça.
I have another in sight. Watch out. We made it angry.
Get back up! One of these must be Lammy's hideaway.
Beware. Wards.
Le vieux, j'ai un hockey. Et au pied, t'as dit, j'ai lu ok. Pour ceux qui se posaient la question, une fois de plus, Pio n'en a rien à foutre que j'ai lu ok.
Hi, mate. You here? You were studying botany? Why botany?
Ok. Corvux corax ou grand corbeau. Ok. Un renard mort, super. Un loup.
This requires a key.
Mon cher l'ami, comme toujours, je suis un plaisir de te parler. J'apprécie ton enthousiasme et ton esprit vif. Tu me fais penser à moi quand j'avais ton âge, avide d'en savoir plus sur les grands mystères de notre monde, de tous les mondes. J'aurais aimé pouvoir rester plus longtemps, mais je dois retourner à Providence. D'ici là, voici quelques notes pour étancher ta soif. Ce sont les maigres recherches que mon humble personne a pu mener avec du temps et de la patience. Je crois qu'il est juste d'admettre qu'on ne sait presque rien sur le terrible Aralu, que seuls de rares ouvrages osent mentionner. S'agit-il de fait de cet enfer mythifié que seuls les plus courageux ont l'audace de visiter et d'en revenir vivants? S'agit-il d'histoires oubliées, de fragments d'une vérité cachée ou perdue? Je ne sais pas. Mais je sais ceci, mon cher l'ami, toi et moi sommes comme et prêts à traverser les eaux interdites pour ramener notre seul amour, la connaissance. Ah, cartographier ces terres inconnues, franchir le seuil et parcourir avec bravoure ces déserts interdits, ces rivières gelées dont seuls les plus fous poètes chantaient la beauté. Voir ce qui se tient au-delà et revenir pour en rêver toujours plus. Que c'est exaltant, mon ami, quel objectif. Si seulement j'étais plus jeune comme toi, je te suivrais dans cette extraordinaire aventure. Pour l'instant, je peux seulement te conseiller d'être prudent. Oui, le seuil entre notre monde et l'autre est plus fin à New Eden, ce n'est pas pour autant qu'il sera facile de le franchir. D'après mes recherches, certains ont déjà essayé des sorcières inférieures et de piètres sorcières. C'est peut-être pour cette raison que le seuil est si fin ou que les morts sont autorisés à errer sur ces terres si facilement, qui peut savoir. La semaine dernière, alors que je menais mes propres recherches, j'ai clairement senti des vibrations particulières provenant d'un ancien moulin situé au-dessus d'une falaise, en bord de mer. C'est un endroit effrayant pour tout te dire. Si tu veux tenter de trouver un seuil vers le mythique Aralu, avant notre prochaine rencontre, tu devrais peut-être commencer par là. Mais sois bien préparé, mon cher garçon, mon vieux cœur ne supporterait pas de perdre un autre collègue prometteur. Garde tout ceci secret jusqu'à notre prochaine rencontre. Tes amis ont beau être gentils, la plupart ne comprendraient pas la connaissance que toi et moi partageons si joyeusement.
Arrowloo. Mean anything to you?
Not a thing.
He mentioned an old mill. Seemed fascinated by the place.
J'en ai marre d'avoir le hockey.
The incisions are clean. The precision of an expert.
There's magic here, though faint.
Nothing incriminating. Yet.
Remember what we found at Caleb Watson's? Maybe we're not looking in the right place. If
Maybe not.
I had something to hide, I might hide it in an abandoned mill.
Rejoindre le moulin. Et ben voilà, maintenant on va pouvoir faire tous les trucs à faire autour. Perfection. Alors, on va commencer. Super. Tu préfères manger du McDo que du canard ce soir? Donc tu préfères le McDo. Ok.
Et-
Qu'est-ce que c'est que cette merde?
They brought
Je
more
pense qu'elle s'en fout.
Watch out! Spectre possession.
More fun.
Possession incoming. I have another in sight.
Why a mill?
Away from the village. Perfect for his research. Perfect to hide secrets.
He's not out here for pleasure, that's for sure.
Le moulin c'est à gauche. Si elle veut. Oh. Moi je faisais au quick. Est-ce que leur jeu ils étaient plus intéressants, qu'ils étaient souvent à l'intérieur alors qu'au McDo c'était que à l'extérieur? Ah non, c'était ma maman qui organisait.
Peaceful. Like home on a good day. Oh, it's hilly, mate. He felt like playing with the lambs. Blair preferred to feed them. And I was too busy dreaming.
And you?
Oh, I cooked them for dinner. The lambs, I mean.
Elle dit quoi? Nous on est quoi?
Girls are furious.
Yes. But they weren't hungry.
Oui, oui, ça doit être ça, oui.
If we want to stop for a wee minute, this place will do.
Malodrie. Vous avez une salle
Ouais, parfois ils avaient des salles. Ouais.
Ouais. Il y avait des... Et moi pareil, j'ai jamais fait là-bas. Et ça tu me...
Non, moi j'avais des trucs qui ressemblaient à ton truc bizarre là, mais. Je déteste les trucs de recherche botanique, ça me fait chier.
Nothing's here.
Hidden.
Parfait. Ok. Ensuite. Ah mais il y en a que... Ok. Je vais me taper toutes les autres. Il va y en avoir à plusieurs. Pas ça, du coup. Ah. Où est-ce que ça se cache? Pas rassurant de trouver une femme morte comme ça là. Ah voilà, encore de la neige. C'est là. Pas besoin de se taper toute la map pour l'instant. Là-bas plus tard. Je vais retrouver tout la net dont j'ai besoin.
Get back up.
Ah.
So much for peaceful.
Parfait. Exactement ce qu'il nous fallait. Excellent. Après, nous devons revenir à la zone là-bas, le wing. Il s'est trouvé les survivants.
Je vais manger des
There.
Ah vas-y, vas-y, fais-toi plaisir, ils sont là pour ça.
I'm sure she will. Especially coming
Elles sont
from
toujours
you.
bonnes?
What?
Tant mieux.
Nothing.
Donc on est d'accord qu'elles sont bien meilleures que celles du Biocop et celles du Auchan. Ouais, on avait acheté des figues au Biocop, tu m'avais fait goûter d'ailleurs celle de Biocop et j'avais dit que c'était pas bon. Hein?
oui, elles sont-
Eh bien écoute, tant mieux. C'est que ça.
Spectral nest. I
Un
better
nid de
command them to
spectre.
show
Ah.
themselves.
Ça va donner des attributs plus puissants. Quoi? Pourquoi? Oh putain, t'as le feu au cul toi ou?
Away with you. Get back up. Stay down.
They never learn, do they?
Reinforcements.
You're on your own.
can handle this on my own.
C'est compliqué celui-là. C'est pas le plus simple. Bien.
Don't let that spectre get to the corpse.
On est.
I have another in sight.
Die, you bastard! What should we expect up there?
A gateway to the mythical Aralu, whatever that is. Otherwise, terrible tragedy, dark doings, sick secrets, and a wild guess.
Away with you!
Over here, campfire.
What now?
There's a lock. I'm gonna need a key.
On entrait de... Ah, mais... Pourquoi tu rigoles de manière très étrange? D'accord. Et du coup, ça te fait rire comme si tu toussais, c'est bien. On est où au niveau de la map? 27% de progression du monde. Eh oui. Et un quart du jeu. On passe déjà tellement de temps dessus.
Wards. I'm going to need a hand here.
A hand. Où est-ce qu'ils ont mis les walls? Moi je... Ah.
There you are.
Here I am. Creeping ivy up ahead.
Qu'est-ce que ça dit? À qui lira ces lignes, on part au moulin. Des créatures se tapissent dans l'ombre. On avance lentement car la faim nous affaiblit. La peur ne quitte jamais mon cœur. Il n'y a plus de jour, plus de nuit, seul un éternel crépuscule où les cauchemars grondent. J'ai suggéré de revenir au camp de peau dure, mais le français n'a rien voulu savoir. Il pense que la mer est notre seul espoir. Il parle de la plage du moulin qui se trouve à proximité. Il est sûr de lui. Étienne Roulet est un homme étrange. D'un voyageur venu voir le gouverneur Haskell quand la malédiction a frappé. Si je refuse de lui donner ma hache, il me lance un regard froid. Je partirai quand je pourrai. Je meurs dans les bois. Je laisse ici ce message pour que quelqu'un sache qu'à cet instant, dans cet endroit, j'étais en vie. Alors, ça revient avec Étienne Roulet.
This Etienne, whatever his name is, seems shady.
Well, he is French.
Let's stay on track.
Ok.
We make for the beach by way of the mills. This is no ordinary amulet.
Then it belonged to no ordinary settler.
Oh oui, oh oui, oh.
See that corpse? I could use a ritual.
Present yourself! More fun.
Don't just stand there. Move! This isn't over yet. Watch out. Spectre possession. Dodge it if you can.
Aïe.
There's a tough one.
Épique lui.
You'll get it next time.
Ouh. Le combat est plus simple. J'ai l'impression que les aptitudes de Mark Race sont un peu moins... Bien. Ok.
Back down to hell.
Loupé, alors là je sais pas pourquoi, mais j'ai loupé. Oh merde. Ah non, c'est vrai. Ok. Moi c'était jaune, donc on pouvait le passer, mais on peut pas. Bien. Donc, tu veux pas aller éplucher les patates. Hein? Pio? Tu veux pas aller éplucher les patates? Ah ouais, bah justement, c'est le temps d'éplucher. Mais j'épluche avec toi du coup. Comme ça, on fait ça et comme ça, elles sont déjà prêtes pour après.
Is he really inside?
On fait ça en 15 minutes là.
People camped here, but not for long.
They must have headed for the beach. Let's go.
Qu'est-ce que t'as dit? Bon, je reviens. On va éplucher les patates avec Pio Pio. Oh. Oula. Attendez. Il faut quand même que je me bouge. Autant j'aime bien les jeux Don't Know, d'autant ça devient. C'est un peu comme les mêmes défauts que Vampire, c'est que ça devient vite répétitif dans certains cas. C'est très chiant. Donc, allumons ça histoire d'avoir un feu de camp dans la zone. Pas de ce TP.
Not much meat on those.
A little is better than nothing at all.
C'est mieux que rien, c'est vrai. Ouf, ce feu de camp il a dévoilé des choses là. Attends, comment on fait pour aller jusque cette île là? Ok. Le fameux vieux moulin. La question est comment est-ce qu'on va dans ce... Pas par là.
Red, I can't manifest anymore.
Mais pourquoi? Ah, faut de ça.
I can manifest now.
Still impressive.
Oh there!
C'est cassé.
Guess we're not going that way.
There should be a way up here. What hides here in the dark? Come out, come out.
Eh ben, qu'est-ce qu'il va essayer de faire?
Deja vu.
He tried his hand at several translations.
J'avais raison à propos du potentiel que cache cette région. Le voile entre l'Aralu et notre monde est particulièrement fin ici et favorise donc les brèches. La folle ambition des proctères a seulement permis d'éroder encore plus cette fragilité. Pauvres amateurs. Désormais ils seront punis pour l'éternité. C'est vraiment grâce à leurs efforts, je pourrais en apprendre beaucoup sur l'Aralu et la réussir là où tout le monde a échoué. Je demandais au fils Askel de m'aider, contrairement à son imbécile de père. Il a du potentiel et pourra mettre d'une grande utilité. Ensemble, nous pouvons faire de grandes choses.
This relay lad seems dangerous.
His apprentice seems to be following him down the same path.
So, what are you hiding in here, evil spawn?
Glancing at the original writing, Lami's work was poor. No wonder the ritual he spawned for Caleb from those botched words of power went wrong.
Je ne peux pas attendre plus longtemps, père prêche ses prélats, ça peut être avec ses conseils en ville, mais les mots ne sauveront pas ces gens. On a le pouvoir de l'obligation d'agir. On ne doit pas se cacher de peur de ternir notre réputation. Mon père a toujours eu peur de perdre sa réputation jusqu'à abandonner son art, m'obligeant à le pratiquer en secret. Si mon père ne fait rien, alors moi j'agirai.
He doesn't speak well of his dad.
Parce qu'il y a encore 3 des cas de honte. Pas beaucoup de résolus quand même, hein.
Did he seek power? Was he hoping to step out of his father's shadow?
If he did, he went the wrong way about it. We need to get to the top floor. Bet we'll find something.
More ghost wards. Someone was being extra careful.
C'est ici qu'on voit le blocage. Alors moyen de tirer sur quelque chose ici. Pour débloquer le rail. Bien, je peux juste monter là. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a, Maël? Là, il n'y a vraiment pas moyen de voir quelque chose qui bloque. Je reprends parce que le jeu fonctionne comme ça depuis le début. Ah oui, il y a un coffre. J'arrive à voir à partir de là. Et là, on est passé avant. Pareil, pas moyen de faire quoi que ce soit. Il y a bien quelque chose à faire ici. La question c'est quoi? Salut, on est... Ah! Très bien. C'est absolument pas ce que je voulais qu'il fasse. C'est très agaçant, Sinter. Là, je me fais pas avoir deux fois.
Red, come see this.
Pas tout de suite. Bon, je vais ouvrir ça. De l'argent! Oh! Une amulette. Et bah putain, elle est même pas niveau 4. Elle est pratiquement plus pétée en fait. Ouais, mais je pense qu'on regarde ça.
No crank. Great.
Toujours bloqué. Hein. Alors, c'en est un homme donc en effet particulier. Encore un échec sans entrepreneur. Moi je m'approche de bien, JT. Ça ne fonctionne toujours pas quand je dois croquer. Tiens, je touche. Ok.
Why did he feel like he needed so much protection? More magic mockery. He wished to disguise his presence, or perhaps to distract from it.
It's just a lift. Why is this mechanism so complex? That book, again.
The Agrippa. That's not good. Not good at all.
What level of not good are we talking about exactly?
This book promises eternal life, but the promise is a trap. Let's hope it hasn't been used.
Le plus grand. Ita nous appelle, ok. Bah, apparemment, exactement ce qu'il a fait.
The crank. Good.
Good. That's a good thing, lad.
The lift should work now.
Now what?
All this is more serious than we thought. I'm apprehensive, not just because we're going underground.
We'll be careful. We don't know what Lammy was up to, and the signs are not encouraging.
You know, I could get to like it underground. The darkness, the gloom, the cool air.
Really?
No, not really. Not at all.
This ivy's well rooted in the invisible.
Right? And therefore impossible to comb out. Hell's balls. Another sorrow used as a guardian.
Et deux.
Watch out! Stand fast. It's almost done.
Oh, le dernier. J'ai vraiment aucune idée d'où est le dernier. Ok.
Time to end this monstrosity. Not strong enough. Try this on for size. When all this is over, I might retire.
You'd miss it. You know you would. Red, come see this. Dead animals, again. Different symbols and magic. Seems they were used as bait. It's how we got through the Sorrow's vigilance.
Et ben c'est parti. La chasse, non?
So, here we are.
I suppose now we step into the void.
Again.
Suppose we do. Dark rituals, void breach, general weirdness. Lemmy can't be far.
Beware. Wards.
Non, là-dedans. Eh ben. Je m'attendais pas à ce qu'il ait mis des wards dans le.
Demonologists really like pushing the limits of their knowledge without considering other lives.
That just makes them human.
It's awfully calm. Why is it awfully calm?
Of this.
I'm at your side again.
Gotcha.
Spectres. They haven't noticed us. Stay low.
Why? Absolutely not. C'est l'heure qu'ils ont.
better manifest now.
Careful now.
An Ariadne's thread leading through the void. Very useful indeed.
Very useful right until it falls apart. Then you're stuffed like force meat in a turkey.
Zone qui pour l'instant n'a pas d'intérêt.
Creepy hideout. The governor's spawn likes a bit of drama.
Beau.
This one's different. Looks like it died diseased.
Les apparitions spectacles peuvent être contrôlées ou du moins guidées grâce à certains rituels. Ces rituels doivent être pratiqués avec la plus grande précaution. Le contrôle pourrait entraîner des effets catastrophiques. Les niveaux de pouvoir diffèrent en un de 0,1 et que les protections adéquates ne sont pas prudemment utilisées, le fantôme apparaîtra mais ne suivra pas les volontés du démonologue. Faut absolument éviter cela sous peine de blessure, de mort ou pire.
This is some dark, sideways magic.
It's forbidden. I've read it.
Sometimes I worry about you. Ugh. What is this thing?
Banisher rule number 4.
If it oozes, don't touch it. Another botched experiment?
It may be native to the void. So, you can see me. Aren't you full of surprises, young Master Haskell?
You may talk. A banisher ghost. Amazing. How on God's earth did you find me? Never mind that. Thank the Lord you did. Thought I was going to grow old in here.
Were you stuck in here?
In the Araloo? Originally, I was searching for the source of the poisoning. I may have overestimated my talents. Still, an amazing place to be stuck in, no? Tell me, how did you get past the Guardian beneath the mill? Did you use a decoy?
We fought it. Don't change the subject.
You fought it? Of course you did. A good thing too. I was starting to think it was wise to me tricks. Oh, but I have so many questions.
This isn't a social call, kid. And we're the ones with the questions.
Oh. Oh. Of course.
We must talk of Caleb Watson. Why in the hell would you give him a resurrection ritual?
Ruth's death hit poor Caleb hard. He was alone, and so I would often stop by his workshop. We talked. He took a keen interest in my studies and was a good listener. When he learned that she could possibly return, he had one question. How?
D'accord.
You saw his grief as an opportunity to test the effects of the lesser palingenesis.
Oh. You know the ritual too? Amazing, isn't it?
I've studied it. The actual ritual, not the mangled version you gave Caleb.
Yes, and I'm sorry. I found it in a copy of De Occulti Philosophia by Cornelius Agrippa von Nettesheim. A remarkable book.
I've met my fair share of illustrious occultists, and none owned an authentic Agrippa. Much is lost in translation or altered in the printing. I doubt your copy is an exception.
Of course. The power is in the words, and mine were wrong, so the power went awry. How very fascinating.
You mistake foolishness for audacity. You must mend your ways.
Surely the acquisition of knowledge cannot be a sin.
Do you remember Deborah?
Miss Comenius. Yes, of course, I remember.
Your father tasked us with an investigation. One way or the other, we must return with the mystery solved.
Ah. I think I understand what you're saying. I might be in a tiny little bit of, danger.
You see ghosts. You stroll the void as if it were your garden. You possess and share forbidden rituals. Who are you really?
I'm Lammy Haskell, and I am a man of many sciences. I am in fact a true pursuer.
That raises more questions than it answers.
What are the pillars of the universe? Which principles underpin existence? As occultists, do we change the world or scratch upon its surface? Each discipline I embrace peels back a new layer of reality. I'm yet at the beginning, and see where I already stand. Amazing, no?
Are you a demonologist like your father?
More or less. Less, more so. My father sees occultism through the eyeglass of his faith, but I know better. So, more so?
If you don't share your father's faith, what do you believe?
I believe in the afterlife. The proof is about us. And if the void embodies eternal despair, there must too be a place of hope. But where? I ask myself, where?
Your father is convinced a witch poisoned his well. Caleb Watson was cursed by a ritual you gave him. I'd focus if I were you.
We must counter the devil with knowledge of his tricks. That, my father always said, is the purest of God's work.
Aye. I can imagine your father saying that.
When I was 10, he gave me my initiation. Demonology, sir, as he would say. He saw me as his heir. Then, of a sudden, the books were forbidden. So I stole them. The very same books he'd forced upon me as a boy. I understand them where he does not. I did no wrong, apart from a little theft.
You've studied demonology. Did you do it alone?
When my father forbade me to continue, I confess I disobeyed him in secret. Those big books were very boring until they were forbidden. Suddenly I could not get enough of their secret knowledge. Funny, eh? More recently, a good friend of my father showed me that I had only been scratching at the surface.
Who was your father's friend?
An itinerant Frenchman who often visited New Eden in recent years. He called himself a true pursuer. As a thinker, he was prolific and profound. My father was so proud to be included in his discourse. For him, knowledge is the ladder to greatness, and greatness is the prize. To me, knowledge is itself the prize.
From the looks of this place, you're knee-deep in research. What are you doing here exactly?
Searching for the origin of the Harrow's Plague, of course. And I have a theory on the subject.
Of course you do. Go on then.
Now, at first, I believed the water poisoned, but my father sealed the well, and yet folk remained sick. They looked for witchcraft, a foolish, uneducated suspicion, yes, but with some truth concealed behind it. You see, the Araloo taints New Eden. Its influence leaches into the Harrows. The evidence is everywhere.
By the Araloo, do you mean the Void?
Neither name does it justice. This place is beyond words. The Araloo, Mr. McCraith, is made of the very fabric of our primordial myths. Isn't it amazing?
How can you be sure the void has tainted the region?
In New Eden, the threshold between our plane and this is thin. Even I, a novice, may reach the frontier and then go beyond. I also believe it happened before. Some years ago, New Eden was hit by another epidemic.
Was it the same illness?
I believe that first epidemic was caused by the porosity of the frontier between New Eden and the Aralu. Although, where theirs was an affliction of burning flesh, ours is a corruption of mind and spirit. And I believe I have found its source. There is a substance, a strange ooze. You may have noticed it. This, I believe, is the true source of the Harrow's poison. It carries a particular stink, on the scent of which I experience first confusion, then a loss of control over my limbs.
Confusion, paralysis. Can you tell me more?
I felt my movement slowing, my thinking too. Space seemed to thicken. But wait, what if it was not space thickening, but time slowing? In recent months, many in New Eden have spoken of similar feelings, of lost time, hours untrackable, days passing unremembered. Who knows how the Aralu disturbs the minds and bodies of women and men? Unfortunately, I cannot reach the source. The Aralu is a formidable place. Tricky. A maze constantly evolving, changing, reshaping itself. The isthmus, for example. I found an oozing crack in the ground. The terrain then remade itself, and I can get to it no longer.
Perhaps we might be able to find a way through and take a look at that source.
Would you? That would be splendid. Would you mind taking notes?
Yeah.
Let's go take a closer look at that ooze then.
And with that sorrow gone, I can leave. Do be careful. My home is your home. If you need anything, help yourself.
The Aralu is not your home, Lammy. But thank you.
Il y a quelque chose derrière en tout cas.
Pardon my morbid enthusiasm, Mistress Duarte, but could I ask you a few questions?
What do you wish to know?
Do you still need to eat? Do you feel hunger? Sorry, it's just, you're the first ghost I've met, in person, as it were.
I don't eat. Not in the way you do. I feel hunger. Again, not in the way you do.
Fascinating. And can you touch things, smell them? Are colours the same as you remember them?
My senses are different. It's difficult to describe how. I can see, sometimes touch. I cannot smell. Red tells me this is a blessing.
How do you manifest in this plane? Do you feel bound, or are you here by choice?
It feels as if I were clinging to a rope, high above the abyss. Even if I wished to let go, I could not bring myself to do it.
I see. What about your banisher skills? Can you use them? Do the accoutrements of your craft still work? As a ghost, do they not harm you?
The marks on my hands and the rings on my fingers aren't actually there. They have no more effect on me than a memory.
Can you talk to any ghost you wish?
No. I sense traces of their presence. To talk to them, I must still do the work.
And yet here I am, talking to you. How marvelous. The dead are rarely as articulate, nor are they accommodating. In fact, they're often quite rude.
We should probably get going. Some other time, then.
But we've merely scratched at the surface of the great mysteries. I mean, look around us. We stand here beyond the ultimate frontier.
Yeah.
Sorry. I mean to say, yes, Mistress Duarte.
Antea, we should get going. So, The pious governor's unassuming son is our evil Harrow's witch.
The more powerful the loose cannon, the more dangerous it is. I don't know if the paralysis and confusion applies to me, but I feel strange, and I suspect the ooze.
Only one way to find out. Oh, God. I need a wee bit of help here.
Pas cru que ça marcherait, apparemment.
Well, that was not pleasant. Not pleasant at all.
Ah, faut que je monte là. Non, ça a toujours aucun sens.
A ward restrains me.
Bah ouais, mais je sais pas où il est ton bourreau. Donc à mon avis c'est bien ça, faut que je jump. Et un souci avec un wall. Et je ne sais pas où. Et là.
Much better. Almost there. Throwing a tantrum, are we?
Oozes through the breach, suppurates like a festering wound.
How delightful.
Let's see what lies on the other side.
Gong. On va aller encore plus profondément là. Parce qu'on va dans le monde des vivants. Ah non, c'est le monde des vivants.
Where are we now?
Underground, looks like.
Wonderful.
Et où est-ce que... Ah bah c'est là où je suis. Et un point d'intérêt, très bien. Plein de petits points d'intérêt qui se sont débloqués. Hein. C'est fou.
The ooze affects the incarnate too. Who goes there?
Un fantôme de goût.
Is that a ghost?
I don't know. But I don't think we're alone. What might you be then?
innocence.
Crush.
Oh, shite.
Did you just say shite? You? It's bigger than I thought it'd be.
Is that a house from the Harrows?
We may be below the well.
No wonder they all got sick.
On est sous le puits. Généralement, quand on cherche des fantômes dans un puits, c'est pas très rassurant. M'inquiète un chouïa cette histoire. Et un feu de camp, hein. Très bien. Et de l'évolution à faire de... Ok. Pour l'instant c'est tout. Pas de plus. Donc. Unsweet. Ça va? Très bien ça. Ah oui, ça... Cependant, on revers la proverbiale boîte, libérant toutes les malédictions sur l'humanité, les épidémies sont souvent considérées comme une punition ou une épreuve imposée par les dieux. Coincés dans leurs principes étriqués, les scientifiques réfutent cette idée de vérité et préfèrent chercher des causes naturelles aux nombreuses conséquences de ce sacrilège. Comme souvent, la réponse est ailleurs, entre ces concepts opposés et en même temps au-delà. Indubitablement, toutes les épidémies ne proviennent pas d'une brèche dans le tissu de l'incarné, mais la régularité, la périodicité et la malfaisance de tels incidents dans le monde entier sont autant de preuves de l'existence de cette brèche et de son influence. Laralu, le grand en bas, après tout, le véritable nom de pendant n'est-il pas Anesidora, celle qui fait remonter les présents des profondeurs? Soigneurs, docteurs, prêtres et sorcières, tous devraient chercher ces signes comme le fait le chercheur véritable, car jusqu'à ce soir enfermé la brèche du vide, sointant de présents du monde souterrain, ils demeureront comme des fourmis cherchant à éteindre un feu de bois. Pendant que des zélotes aveugles arrêteront et pendront des sorciers et adorateurs censés colporter la maladie, alors que la plupart du temps, ces adeptes se sont assemblés parce que ces présents sont un temps les appeler. Ils demeureront tels des moutons confondant les chiens de berger avec des loups, offrant ainsi des opportunités aux chercheurs véritables pour enquêter sans être remarqués. Imagine. Je vais adorer chercher cette bouche malade près de New Eden. Ah, je sais. Ce que je vois quand j'ai amélioré en plus.
Who's that?
Yes, something's here.
Things behind there. Behind there. Parlez français. Wow. Ah, sérieusement. Tu m'as presque fait peur.
Picking up something spectral nearby.
Ah. Et le livre de compte des Gibbs.
This house belonged to a certain Antipas and Clemency Gibbs. Their land was barren. They were struggling for money.
Look up. The ooze, oozed through the very stone.
Dieu lui-même sait que les temps sont durs. Je comprends que vous n'avez pas pu honorer la commande de grain. On est plus ou moins dans la même situation. Suite à la mort de dernière bête, on va devoir annuler votre dernière commande. Mon récit joint le solde de notre compte qu'on peut considérer comme fermé, en attendant que les temps soient meilleurs, que Dieu nous sauve de cette malédiction. Richard Mellons. Sourcier, très bien.
Mr. and Mrs. Gibbs, have you read my paper?
I read it, aye. And then I washed my hands and prayed for grace. You claim to prove that there is no curse. Well,
A witch would say that, wouldn't she?
Wherever people gather to live, disease takes hold, and I believe... What are you doing?
your evil lies shall be destroyed. We know who you are, and you shall be judged. Witch!
They were determined to do for her. She built a case for her rationality, and they tore it apart.
And of all of them, just this one house fell down.
Maybe it was personal.
Could this house have been targeted by the ooze?
Obviously. Look around you.
Oh.
Bust! Have a bit of this.
Il y a un coffre là-bas.
Mrs. Gibbs, I presume.
Pas autant obsédé par les coffres que toi, toi.
Aye, still impressive.
Ah, on est toujours au même endroit. Deux coffres en fait là-haut. Je ne sais pas comment les atteindre pour l'instant. Ouais, alors, aucune idée de comment je les atteins pour l'instant. Bon là je vais un peu dans tous les sens. Hein. Pas trop de sens dans ma manière de visiter les choses. And again. Oh, connard.
There's a
another shadow.
What do they want? Red, something is keeping me from manifesting.
In here? Ah, shite.
I'm with you once more. I can't help you.
J'ai réussi à en péter un. Ah, visage.
Better.
You're welcome.
Now let's inspect the body.
So we'll do that. Peut-être qu'on pouvait déjà inspecter le body. Oh, ok.
Expected no less. Get back up.
Raté.
You'll get it next time. Don't let it crush you.
Die, you bastard.
Pas le cul, Lulu.
Someone didn't want to stay dead.
Ils ont fui leur maison, on a de la place pour tout le monde ouvert. S'il y a de la moisissure sur le mur près de la porte d'entrée, je vais la gratter. La voiture est devenue noire et soit entre les planches. Les récoltes sont mauvaises. Le gouverneur et sa bande de faibles disparus la malédiction. Seigneur, délivrez-nous. Chose noire est partout, les gens tombent malades. Ils ont du mal à respirer et saignent tous les orifices imaginables, et même d'autres. Le diable crache sa haine et nous inonde. Je me souviens d'il y a 7 ans quand le fléau nous a touchés la dernière fois. Je prie pour que Dieu nous accorde, mon mari Antipa et moi, et moi-même Clemency Gibbs, de la sagesse pour dénoncer à nouveau la sorcière. Dieu ne nous aidera pas, car le gouverneur utilise la magie, son fils, dont je me souviens pas du prénom, l'idiot, il a mis un totem païen chez moi, je l'ai détruit. Antipa m'a dit d'avoir vu Haskell jeter quelque chose dans le puits, puis la terre a tremblé. Qu'est-ce que Haskell m'a dit?
Clemency Gibbs blamed the epidemic on a witch. Come from New Eden town with the governor.
That's not what the woman they accused was saying.
The Gibbs are not at home to rational explanations.
Ouais. Passer par là. Non. Ah, c'est tout ça. Apparemment, je ne peux pas jump par là. C'est très chiant ça. Ah, j'avais pas vu ça. Il y a deux endroits où je peux aller. Oh, et à droite. Pour celui-ci.
Cannot work this one out.
Ça n'a pas marché. Oups. Je ne l'aurais pas.
Do you see anywhere that can help?
Keep searching here.
See anything?
Either the water table is full of ooze, or there's another source.
Let's search upstream.
And how?
Over there.
Elusive little buggers. More efficient than can powder.
Ok. Après toi, je peux le temps. What the fuck? Oh! Very intéressant. Il y en avait deux déjà. Ah, c'était ça la maison écroulée, ok. Point d'interrogation qui était vraiment en dessous. Très bien. Ça me convient. Les quêtes sont longues, mais celle-là elle est intéressante. Il y en a d'autres où c'était vraiment chiant, mais celle-là elle est bien.
Don't step in that. I mean it.
Find a way around then.
I don't think so.
Those echoes we're hearing are the shadows speaking.
They always appear near the ooze.
So do the whispers.
But which came first?
Now what?
The whispers say the same things over and over.
What kind of entity would be so obsessed?
I don't know. I'm drawing a blank. They never learn, do they?
Your funeral!
This looks perfectly drinkable.
Famous last words.
Why hasn't the poison spread to the groundwater?
Perhaps it shifts and shapes, like the void. Well, at the very least, it shifts. Looks like the ooze comes from a distinct source.
Oh putain, j'ai trouvé le dernier, mais je ne sais pas où le dernier. La dernière poupée. Ça ne m'arrange pas du tout. Il faudrait que ce soit la dernière poupée. Elle là, là. Oh putain, mais comment j'arrive là-bas?
Careful. A dark will is upon that thing.
Bah moi je veux bien, mais je sais où est la dernière poupée. Question, c'est pas tant comment je l'atteins. Là le jeu est littéralement en train de me dire, tu vois, elle est là. Cherche-la. Et j'ai envie de te dire, ok, mais comment? Ça vient donc. Voilà.
Beware. Wards.
Un chassement.
A ward restrains me.
Et maintenant. Faut une épée.
What a sight to behold.
Wasn't I always?
Verrier. Non. Pris son temps. Non, ça c'est ce que je viens de faire.
unclean spirit, leave now.
Offre Bolly débloqué. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a de beau dedans? Tête de la mort. Ça augmente pas mal la sagesse par contre. Moi je trouve que celle-là. Ah ça va voir. Hein. Vigueur mortie je préfère encore. Je trouve que c'est plus puissant. Un truc secondaire de fait en plus. Au moins ça. Oh, on fait 31%. Waouh! Ça va explorer encore plus du monde. Ah, ça veut dire qu'on va ressortir. Ok. Vraiment.
This whole country is rotten to the core.
And you're just now reaching this conclusion?
If I wanted your opinion, I'd give it to you.
Perhaps if you gave me the space to have one, then we'd both be better off. Someone came through here, someone real, not just a shadow.
Ah ok, elle fait la gueule.
Whoever it was, looks like the ooze got him. What do you think, Antea?
You wanted the space to have your own opinion.
J'étais sûr.
I'm giving it to you.
This must be Antipas Gibbs. Hell of a fall to live through. Now join in any time, Antea.
What do you think I'm doing?
This is God's land. How could we let a witch come to our community? Instructing our children, no less.
'Tis no surprise. New Eden brims over with backsliders. The governor, chief amongst them.
Aye, many had to sicken and die for him to act. But the deed is not yet done.
We must fight the Lord's good fight and cast the devil out for good. Many want to try the witch, aye, and many want to see her dead.
Get back up! Snake! More fun!
Almost there. I have another in sight.
Those things came from the ooze. They're like those oriental shapeshifters we fought in Bremen.
Obake liquefy. This is something else. The ooze reacted to our presence.
The ooze.
The Gibbs were so angry. Pure entitled bigotry.
Maybe they were affected by the ooze. I mean, we've been snapping at each other since we got here. Something's toying with us.
I think they made the ooze. I don't think the ooze made them.
Oh, ça je peux pas
Wait.
passer.
I'm sure we are missing something. This is it. This is the source. How do we get to it?
Ok, c'est juste pour ça que tu m'empêchais de passer. Ouais.
If you need a rest, this place is as good as any. Something tells me this is the condemned well. Do you think you could get that bucket down?
Oh, you shall remain.
I sense the vivid echo of a ghost's memory.
The devil still breathes through her mouth. We are cursed, and you are stalling.
Clemency, Antipas, please. The woman has been jailed. As per custom, she will face trial and justice will be brought to this community.
Coming from a magic user himself. But can you or your demonologist discernment really be trusted?
Dare you insinuate such blasphemy? I'm a man of faith.
Then do what God commands of you. Governor, we ask for safety. If we do not get it, there will be consequences.
The governor used Urim and Thummim, and that made his flock suspicious.
Divination stones. He must have thrown them down the well when he sealed it. Why not?
Ouais, mais j'ai l'impression que lui, par contre, il a exécuté. Moi, c'est le gosse qui est plus à condamner.
Hiding the evidence perhaps of his role in the witch trial. They connected him to the demonology he used to reinforce his authority.
That echo proves that things were getting out of hand. For his son's safety and his own, Haskell must have feared the suspicious mob.
Yeah.
This can't be good.
Okay.
Bring forward the accused.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Confess! Let them speak!
If we speak, shall you listen?
Impudence! Provocation! Read the charges!
Let rule in the grave. You have blood on your hands and weakness in your heart. Guilty!
Swore to vanquish evil. You conspired with witches.
Sworn to banish all ghosts. Instead, you embrace one.
The charges: cowardice, oath-breaking, deception. The verdict: guilty. The sentence: pain hereafter.
I only seek the truth.
Bloody hell. Is that me? That's a cheap trick.
face myself. Come on, man, get yourself together. What the hell just came out of that shadow?
It's working. Keep at it. Getting rid of that ooze should weaken the shadows.
I think this one is mine.
On va changer vers quoi là? À faire? Allez, elle fait embrasser sa gueule.
Ghosts are dangerous, and I'd no reason to show mercy.
We use rituals to help the living, not curse them.
Magic is only a tool.
Wasn't expecting to fight myself today. The shadow's got its strength back.
Don't let the ooze get back to its shadow.
Ah!
Bloody hell, that stings.
This is going to vex me.
Putain!
Judgment. The guilty are known. Now justice is ours.
béni. Augmente les dégâts des attaques mêlées d'un groupement pour chaque manifestation cours de recharge. Pas mal, hein. La force baisse la volonté. Même pas dégueu du tout.
Enough. Can we please get out of here?
I would love to. C'était saut du Léviathan là. Bracelet, on se continue. Ah ouais. Ça baisse à fond la caisse la force par contre. Waouh. Bon, la force elle baisse drastiquement par contre.
That was awful. This trial. It was as if Deborah wanted us to face what she had faced. But all I feel is beaten.
I feel powerless. I were always one move behind. Justice miscarried here.
Of course. That's it. I know what that was. Such spectre of injustice has a name. The mythical infamy. I've only read about them. They're so rare, most think them a myth.
Haskell's cowardice is to blame. To save his own arse, he condemned a woman he knew to be innocent.
And so a terrible ghost was born, and sickness piled on sickness. Haskell has so much to answer for.
Is it just me or?
I felt it too.
Déjà ça a très bien marché. Non. C'est la dernière. Il est beaucoup plus rapide maintenant pour monter, je suis con. Quand je fais ça... littéralement débloquer un truc et je me dis tiens si je me faisais chier encore. Au moins ça je peux pas. Ah parce qu'il est déjà en bas.
That down there, I was tense. I was impatient.
Me too. That infamy really got to us.
Years of anger coursed through me. Yet now I can't even remember why.
Me neither. This is what an infamy does. It's over now. We're here.
I said something to hurt you. I'm sorry.
I forgive you. And I hope that you forgive me too.
How refreshing it is to the soul to be at once thus delivered of that one thing above all else, my friends, is true. The wicked are at odds with themselves.
Oh, good. His latest sermon. We haven't missed it.
The Lord's promise of salvation from hell pleases them. The Lord's salvation from misery and sin here on earth does not.
This doesn't look like salvation from misery and sin.
The wicked pray for deliverance from the fires of hell, while piling the kindling high. They proclaim their love for their Lord, yet in his name they serve themselves. Their self-regard crumbles in the light of their hateful iniquities.
So true.
Mr. McCraith, my friend, I'm so glad you agree. Now, the wicked man never questions...
I have your answers.
What? Yes, good. Perhaps we should discuss this privately, if you'll give me just a moment.
It's quite the story. You might not wish to hear it. Neither may the good people hear.
Please, this is not the time.
We want to hear the story. Let the banisher speak.
Tell them, Red. Tell them good.
Aye. There's a story that starts with a question. A question for you, Governor. And maybe for all the good people of New Eden. If I give you a witch, will you do what you did to Deborah Comenius?
Comenius, say you? The school teacher walked with the devil and paid the appropriate price. That's the beginning of the history and also its end.
Is it, though? Now, I've learned much about Deborah Comenius and what happened to her, and it tells a very different tale.
And what story, pray you, does it tell?
It tells the story of a man, a latter-day King Solomon. When plague struck his subjects, they turned to him for guidance and protection, for they were God-fearing folk, and he was a godly king. The king turned his flock to God, but 'twas not enough. The plague spread on. The king, worried about his position, needed a sacrificial lamb.
You lose the run of your tongue, Mr. McCraith, and of the head to which it's fixed. There was no lamb. There was a trial, fair and lawful.
The trial was not fair. You had no proof, and you knew it.
Credible witnesses gave believable testimony, sir.
Witnesses like Gibbs, who pressured you into a guilty verdict to avoid being suspected of witchcraft yourself.
There was pressure, I'll not deny it. But I did what I did to protect the colony. It was a difficult time.
The picture of yourself that you hold in your mind is that of a great occultist.
To repel the devil, the wise and fearless man must learn the Black Spy's tricks.
Have you ever wondered what lies beyond the veil, past the hem, beyond the invisible? Have you ever heard of the Araloo?
What gibberish is this?
No? Your good friend Etienne Roulet did not, it seems, deign you worthy of his secrets. Never mind. Do you then consider yourself a true demonologist?
In order that a war be just, 3 things are necessary. Firstly, the authority of the sovereign. Secondly, a just cause. Thirdly, a rightful intention.
Aye, the Summa Theologiae of St. Thomas Aquinas, a classic quote from which you have conveniently omitted an important detail.
Laisse-moi
To
finir ce
wit,
que je fais, j'arrive.
a just cause is required, namely that those who are attacked should be attacked because they deserve it on account of some fault. You're a pompous coward, fearful of anyone different, as human as that is.
There must be a man to judge, or there is no order. A man to make the judgment, and a man to enforce it. Of all people, you know this.
I live and let live. I choose only for the dead.
I choose for the living. These people are sinners, sir, and must be led back to the light. This is my mandate, my duty.
What do you really want, Governor?
I wish only to serve. I am the trusted servant of the good people of New Eden. Without me, they're lost.
Without them, you would be lost.
Yes. Maybe I do need them. Very human of me. But these people undoubtedly need me, Mr. McCraith. And there is no one else.
Admit it. You toy with magic you don't understand.
You, sir, are jealous.
I, sir, am tired. I've done my job, fulfilled my contract, I've found the source of the curse. The poison below the well is no more. No thanks to you.
Aha! Poison it was then. The weapon of the wicked, to weaken the people's will. What was it? Belladonna, hemlock, foxglove?
Betrayal. Truth unspoken. Secrets and lies. Wrongs, basically. Your wrongs. The wrongs you visited upon Deborah Comenius. The wrongs that led to her death.
She died at the hand of the body politic. She died at all our hands. Most of all, she died at her own.
She died because she would not submit.
'Twas not my plan to kill her, stupid, stubborn woman. Why did she not confess? I would have granted clemency. I would have shown her mercy.
You had the power to stop the madness, but instead you chose to let it run all the way to its barbaric conclusion. You brought the curse down on New Eden. Then you called we banishers in to fix your mistake. You boast of your knowledge of demons and spirits, but in truth, you master nothing. You're a peacock. All show and no meat. I'm not here today to bring justice. But this man, your governor, brought death to your doors. He deserves blaming. And shame on me if I don't do it. What? Hell's bells! No!
Friends, have I ever not served the interests of our community? Have I not protected you? Have I not loved you?
Oh, Mara.
Is the evil gone for good?
Far from it.
Then who will protect us? I will. While Mr. McCraith fights the curse of New Eden, I will protect the people of the Harrows. Or at least, try. Now let's all return to our homes and pray for forgiveness and the strength to bear the consequences of our actions. Your fee. One of the many debts my father left me.
You'd best put your own debts first, young Master Haskell.
Don't I know it?
I hate this place. Rest up, then please, let's get out of here.